Hey, what's up, y'all? I talk about a lot of boxing. I do, and professional wrestling as well, and MMA, and basketball, football from time to time. I talk about a lot of stuff. Um, speaking of boxing, people asking me, "Are you big on Canelo?" Not really, but I give credit where credit's due. You know. Let me start from top to bottom with this guy. All right. So you cannot talk about Canelo Alvarez unless you talk about soul. Okay. What separate me from a lot of boxing fans or whatever, a lot of Canelo fans or whatever. I pretty much call things like I said before. I call things down the middle. Uh, let's call his accomplishments down. His accomplishments, yes, he is the super middleweight undisputed champion. He did it less than a year. So less than 11 months, beat three champions and became undisputed less than a year. And that was damn near due to the the pandemic. Yes, give him praise for that. Yes, he beat Austin Trout. Yes, he beat uh, Sugar Shane Mosley. Yes, he beat Miguel Cotto. Yes, he beat some of those and Triple G. But you have to look at this way. He beat those guys past their prime. And also he beat also he fought a 36-year-old Floyd Mayweather that took him to school. And Floyd taught him a lot as far as his defense. Okay, sometimes you gotta take an ass whooping to pretty much learn from. Cause I put it like this: Floyd is it was his first loss. Floyd was the guy that was at middle was at welterweight. Was at super wel no they got pulled up to super welterweight, and Canelo Alvarez and De La Hoya challenged him. And I think Canelo Alvarez was like 40 something and old at that time. You know what I'm saying? When he challenged him, just like Ricky Hatton was, as far as when he fought Floyd, Floyd really whooped his ass and took him to school. And there was a lady that pretty much tried to tie the score. And that score was not close at all. Floyd put some licks on Canelo Alvarez that Canelo Alvarez wasn't even fucking looking for. This was about 9 years ago when he fought. Um, Canelo Alvarez is about 32, 33 years old now. So Canelo Alvarez, he that age now. But I told you that story to tell you this story. Floyd retires, Manny Pacquiao retires, and he becomes the next cash cow. He become the Mexican star. The star in Mexico. Canelo really, Canelo had a fan base, because he fought guys like Floyd and fought guys like Triple G. And his trainer is Eddie Reynoso. Eddie Reynoso is a friend of the family and also Canelo Alvarez trainer. Eddie Reynoso got popular because of Canelo. Because of the Oscar De La Hoya, Canelo departure and with the zone. The Golden Boy, the zone lawsuit. And um, I remember when they first signed to the zone or whatever, which is our Golden Boy, because everybody was signed with at the time HBO went under, and a lot of HBO guys went to Showtime, and including De La Hoya went to Showtime, and a lot of people they started to move from pay per view to streaming apps. So the zone started to get popular. So Golden Boy Promotions and also Matching Promotions went to the zone. You got the 1-2 punch. You got the European promotion, which is Matchroom, and then you also have the United States Mexico based uh, syndication, which is Golden Boy, which is ran by Oscar De La Hoya. You know, he's a Mexican American. So this what happened when they first signed. When they first signed Canelo Alvarez, they thought Canelo Alvarez was legit. They thought he was gonna be putting up these tough fights for $35 million a fight. And he signed that multi-million-dollar deal. I think it was like 300 million or whatever like that. You know, Canelo Alvarez living a good life. Got a big house in Los Angeles. You know, well not Los Angeles, but in California. Got a house in Mexico. You know what I'm saying? Doing his golf thing. You know, he pretty much doing his thing. You know what I'm saying? I'm not knocking the man for that. That's his money. You know, got a family, got young ladies, and he was thinking about doing golf later, like right after boxing. But y'all forgetting when Canelo ended up becoming a cash cow, he started picking fights on the elite level. So it got to a point that Canelo was nothing was trying to fight some easy fights like Jaime Yuguno. Jaime Yuguno was a old sparring partner of his, and he already came off a 2-year loss. Rocket Fielding, a couple of guys like that, and that right there, it was like uh, Mauricio Suleiman, the president of WBC, wanted to pretty much sanction that fight. He told, Canelo was like, well, I'm going to go ahead and fight this guy. It's going to be a WBC mandatory fight, this and that or whatever, because he won the mandatory title from from uh, from Callum Smith. I seen that fight. You know what I'm saying? The fight looked like it was pretty much fixed. He kept hitting Callum, you know what I'm saying? When Callum Smith fought him, he kept hitting Callum Smith in the arm. And Callum Smith was fighting him, but he was, you know what I'm saying, but he torn his bicep, you know what I'm saying, while he was still fighting or whatever. And I was looking at Callum Smith, I said, damn, Callum Smith, you about 6'3", 6'4". Why is you letting a 5'8" Mexican walk you down? You know, a 5'8" guy just walking his ass down. And I was watching this shit, and then I seen that fight. I seen Jaime Yuguno fight, and I seen the Rocket Fielding fight, and then I also seen the Lower fight. And when I started seeing the Lower fight, that changed my mind with Canelo. Because when he fought London Laura, I was looking like London Laura actually beat him 10 points in the 12th round. That supposed to been a split. That supposed to been a split decision to Laura. They gave, you know what I'm saying, the judges made a unanimous decision and gave it to Canelo. I said they robbed the fuck out of Laura. I said okay. Then I started seeing the Rocket Field in the fight. Then I started seeing I seen the Billy Joe Saunders fight, and I can understand that. You know, he broke Billy Joe Saunders' eye socket, and I can understand that because Billy Joe Saunders didn't want to fight no more. You know what I'm saying, because of that. Then I started seeing, when he fought Triple G, the first 2 times, it was about Mexico. It was about Mexico. It was about that Latino. It was about the Latin fans. It was about their supremacy because Triple G, with Gennady Golovkin, had a trainer by the name of Abel Sanchez. Abel Sanchez is a big name in Mexico, so he took him, and he took him, and the thing is, they gave Gennady Golovkin that credibility and that praise, like who's the real Mexican. And here's a Ukrainian Asian guy, you know what I'm saying, no Mexican descent, and Canelo is from Mexico, and it really pissed Canelo off. So he had to go at the middleweight and fight him. You know, the first time it was like he tried to do the Floyd Mayweather, defensive moves and stuff like that, which Canelo. They put it as a draw. And then they were looking like, I told, you know what I'm saying? Then a lot of Latinos was like, I told you that, Triple G is our guy. He ain't real. He ain't no saying. Canelo ain't no real Mexican. So Canelo fucking around came back. You know what I'm saying? And fought him in the ring. Fought him in the pocket. So the thing is, when he beat him, when he fucking beat him, and he had the middleweight belts, there was one belt that he should have got, and that was Demetrius Andre's belt, which is the WBO belt. That was one more belt he could have got. And I think the IBF wanted him to do a mandatory. There was one mandatory that he didn't want to fight. He pissed him off, and he pretty much just gave him the belts, took the franchise title, which is Mauricio Suleiman's new title that came out, new destination came out, took this shit and fucked around, went straight up to light heavyweight. Went up to light heavyweight, beat Sergey Kovalev, had a no dehydration clause in the shit. Beat him for his WBO, and you know what I'm saying. And the thing is, didn't stay long, came back down and tried to fight. Came back down as far as super middleweight. Came back down. So at the time when Canelo ended up dropping the middleweight belts, they elevated Jamal Charlo, which he was the interim champion, the WBC belt at middleweight. And also, Demetrius Andre was next in line to try to unify the belts with Canelo. Canelo refused and took off. So, a lot of us was like this. We were looking like Canelo ain't going to last at light heavyweight very long because he's going to come down. And at the time, there was Caleb Plant, there was Callum Smith, and there was Billy Joe Saunders. Those are the three champions in line. But before Callum Smith ended up getting the WBC title, Dave Benavidez had that belt. And Dave Benavidez kept fucking up. He lost his belt in the scale. He lost his belt, doing nose candy, that booger sugar. Last time he lost his belt, he was heavy. He was 2 pounds heavy. Too heavy. And then the next time around, failed drug test, doing that booger sugar. So, Callum Smith, it was an eliminator. Callum Smith fought for the vacant WBC belt, and he also had the Ring Magazine belt, and also had the WBA super belt, which is a super middleweight. So I'm sitting there looking at this shit like, they better videos, there your shot go. So when Canelo went back down, Caleb Plant was the first one that he was gonna go after, which is the IBF champion. Caleb Plant said, "Man, dude, you can't give me only a month to, to train. I need more time." So he went to Callum Smith, beat him. Fuck this arm up. Fuck this bicep up. Then it went down. Billy Joe Saunders, and Billy Joe was fucking around. And he was toying around with the belt because Billy Joe he ducked Demetrius Andre when he pretty much tried to fight him. Next thing you know, the stand-in, he pretty much failed the drug test. Said it was some shit in his nasal. Nasal spray. So Canelo ended up beating Billy Joe Saunders for his WBO belt. And the fucked up thing was, Tyson Fury was Billy Joe Saunders' mouthpiece. He was talking this shit. Me and Billy Joe Saunders, and goddamn it, and we are both lineal. We this, we that, and damn it, we both gypsies, and damn it, gypsies, to stick together, this and that or whatever. So Billy Joe Saunders got his eye socket broken in the 8th round. He didn't want to, we called it off, he couldn't see. Billy Joe Saunders' Daddy Saunders, tried to jump in the ring and try to see about his kid. Started some shit with the damn security. The security was throwing this man. And it was like a couple feet away from Tyson Fury. So when they were getting to fighting with the security, Tyson Fury walked his ass the fuck off. Billy Joe Saunders going to his locker room or whatever. You know what I'm saying? He gotta get wheeled out because, you know what I'm saying, his eyesight got broke. And Tyson Fury left the arena. Left the man where he at. I said, that's cold shit, man. They supposed to be your boy. You gonna sit down and let that man dad get duffed? That's fucked up. You know, that man daddy got handled by the security guard. He was throwing his ass around and shit, just flicking his ass. So I said, damn. So Caleb Plant came along. And I like Caleb Plant. Caleb Plant came along or whatever, you know what I'm saying? But he had to sit down with the PBC, which is Al Heyman. This is the thing I like about Canelo. He pretty much said this right here. He said, man, if I'm going to fight Caleb Plant, I want money. I want $40 million. So Al Heyman was like, no, I can't give you that, but I give you that on the back end or whatever like that. He said, so you ain't got my 40? Canelo stormed off. So Al Heyman had to call up Floyd and, you know, hey man, you think you can wire me $40 million? He said, all right, Al Heyman, I got you. Because Canelo about to leave and this and that or whatever. So, and remember, Al Heyman is the one with the Fox deal and the Showtime deal. Nobody else at PBC has that. And that's one reason why Al Heyman, you know, run the show. Because hey, I'm the one with the goddamn deals here. You know, the legal contract with these networks. You know, think about it, y'all can't do shit without me. That's what Al Heyman doing. So the money came from Floyd. So he pretty much called. He pretty much called Canelo. Okay, Canelo, I got your money, man. I got your money. So this and that, whatever. So I know what Canelo was thinking. Like, man, dude, no, first of all, you're not gonna pay me like I'm one of your guys or whatever. You must think I'm a Chalo. You must think I'm an Earlsman Jr. You must think I'm you shit. I get more paper taking. I get more paper than them just by taking the shit. You know. I know he was saying this shit. I know he was talking shit in that damn negotiation. So they gave him his money. Caleb, you know what I'm saying? Caleb Plant, you know what I'm saying? Went to smack Canelo up in the press conference. Canelo came with an uppercut type slap. Put a scar on Caleb Plant eye. You know what I'm saying? He got, you know what I'm saying, his glass kind of nicked him right here across the cheek. So when they fought, Caleb Plant was winning. And then, you know what I'm saying, I was looking at the show like the judge is kind of cheating Caleb Plant because Caleb supposed to win more rounds than that. And by the 11th round, Caleb got caught with some uppercuts, and Caleb went down twice. So referee stopped the damn fight. So Caleb Plant ended up getting $10 million in that fight, and Canelo got 40 and whatever upside that was on the back end and all the other stuff because he's the cash cow. So, so in between that damn fight, Demetrius Andre was coming after Canelo and said, "Man, dude, I can chase you for 2 weight classes. I chase you at 154 and chase, you know what I'm saying, and chase you at 160. Man, when can, you know what I'm saying, I'm still the champion at 160. Man, when can we fight?" This was after the Billy Joe Saunders fight. So, Canelo told Demetrius Andrade that, man, you're a horrible fighter. You ain't fighting nobody. Get the fuck out of here. So I was kind of looking like, okay, well, everybody fuck with Demetrius Andrade because they feel like, well, he ain't fought nobody, this and that, whatever. But he was chasing everybody just refused to fight him. You know what I'm saying? He was chasing Triple G refused to fight him. He was chasing Jamal Charlo. He refused to fight him. Chase Canelo. Refused to fight him. But I was kind of pissed off because I'm looking like, dude, the best way to get motherfuckers to fight you is to whoop their toughest opponents. You know, and nobody was not really giving him that handy piece of information. You know, if somebody would have been like, all right, man, fuck that. You know what I'm saying? If you whoop Triple G's ass and you knock his ass out, that's gonna get you the Canelo fight. You know, if you go ahead and fight David Benavidez and David Benavidez the next in line for the WBC title, you knock his ass out and knock a few Canelo Alvarez opponents out that he couldn't stop, you gonna get it. So nobody never told him that. So so the thing is, like I was telling y'all before we know that like after he had the lawsuit, he had complete control at one point in time, and he ended up suing Oscar because he thought that he gonna get that $35 million to himself, and they could pay Oscar 15, and they gave Canelo 20. You know, so with the zone, and he tried to sue both of them, and they pretty much said, you know what I'm saying, the owners and stockholders of the zone said, no, Canelo, you know what I'm saying, we lost a lot of money on you. We lost 1.3 million on you. I mean, $3 billion on you. And we thought, you know, because the Rocket Field and the Jaime Unger and the what's called fight, you know what I'm saying, we lost money because we were trying to get that third Triple G fight, and you told us no. So the next deal that you get over here at the zone, we get to call the last goddamn shot. So he thought, because I know what Canelo was doing. Canelo was like, okay, I accomplished super middleweight. I accomplished middleweight. I accomplished junior middleweight, and I accomplished, you know, and I won the title at light heavyweight. So you know what? Let me go ahead. Right after I beat Caleb Plant now, and I'm undisputed champion. Let me take my ass to cruiserweight and fight. You know what I'm saying? The WBC champion. You know what I'm saying, by the name of Makabu. Makabu is slow. Makabu is not as skilled, so he take a lot of goddamn punches. So that's gonna be his fifth weight class, and he gonna get the credit because think about it. Makabu is the sorriest motherfucker at cruiserweight. He's the weakest link of the champions. So I think his name is Skipper, President Skipper or whatever. Fucked around, said no. You're not gonna face Makabu Canelo because we know what the fuck you're doing from the last contract you signed. So you're gonna fight somebody, you know what I'm saying, but we're gonna get the final say. You got three goddamn names. You got Dave Benavidez, you got Jamal Charlo, and you got Demetrius Andrade, and you got Demetrius Bivol. Take it or leave it. So he was like, well, I ain't trying to go back to defend my belt against David Benavidez, because David Benavidez, he ain't got shit off me, so why would I fight him? You know, I already beat I ain't trying to go back to Showtime and PBC. Fuck this shit. They ain't got nothing off me. So I don't want to fight Demetrius Andrade. I don't want to fight him. Fuck him. He ain't fought no damn body. You know what? I'll fight Demetrius Bivol. Went right back up to light heavyweight to fight Demetrius Bivol and got his ass whipped. Demetrius Bivol had Canelo all in the goddamn rope. Just too goddamn fast, too skilled. And Demetrius Bivol, I think he only had about 16, 15, 16 wins off a guy like Canelo got damn near over 60 goddamn fights. That shit was funny as hell. You know what I'm saying? I was looking like, a part of me was laughing because I knew it was coming. Because Demetrius Bivol was training for, he was training for Canelo for a couple of years. Because remember, Demetrius Bivol was at super middleweight before he went up to light heavyweight. Beat that ass. So now everybody looking like, okay, so do you want to fight Ryder or do you want to go back to fight Bivol? I was looking like, no. If you're gonna fight Bivol, bring your ass. And that Bivol already said, I'll make my original weight, which is a super middleweight, to go ahead and fight you for all your belts. Canelo was like, no, I go back up to light heavyweight to fight with you for your belt. And I put it like this or whatever. Once Bivol whooped his ass, he gave the zone what they was asking for, which is a Triple G fight, and Triple G was not as nearly as good as he was at the last two fights that they fought. Years later, this nigga 40 years old, and he want to fight a 40-year-old Triple G, which is funny. But like I said, man, just get back in the winner's bracket because he got his ass handed to him by Dimitri Bivol. It's just the fact that you know what I'm saying. I'm not saying that everybody can't be a fan of Canelo, but I just figured out what Canelo was doing, and people and boxing needed a Canelo to stay afloat because after a few guys that actually want to kick ass, take names, or whatever, that era was dead. And like I said, I told y'all before, the lazy niggas are winning. The motherfucker do the least work, all they praise. Ooh, that know what I'm saying? It's almost like a relationship. Yeah, this motherfucker stay with his mama, driving his grandmama car, don't vote, don't have a job, on the street selling dope, and this motherfucker is praised. Ooh, he fine. Ooh, he sexy. That gonna be my new man right there. A motherfucker, let's say it like this. Motherfucker graduated from high school, graduated from college, got a degree for himself. Maybe went to the military, or if he didn't go to the military, got a little business on the side, this and that or whatever. And bought a car and everything, got his own place. Motherfucker like that get shitted on. I don't want to fuck with him. He boring, girl. He don't smoke. He don't get high like I do. He don't know what to get none of it. That type of nigga get crazy. But anyway, like I said, man, this your boy Tommy getting off.